Sorry for a bit of quiet there, but anyway, welcome back to Bio on the Road. Night shift as usual, had a good day today, nothing to complain about. Watched another movie as well, Train to Busan. Not bad, not bad. Japanese or Chinese film. I liked it. A bit of a tear-jerker, so yeah, spoilers, but, you know, not bad. So now the big thing, is the railroad crossing going to be open, yes or no? If not, prepare to get lost. If it is, well, prepare for disappointment, because I'm probably going to take home the road back. Probably have to let him go first. I don't see anything, but I won't be able to see anything anyway, so that doesn't matter. We'll see what that car does over there. Either he's stopping for the crossing, or he can't get through and has to turn left. Honestly, I wouldn't be able to tell you. But there is a car behind. Oh, yeah, I think it's just open. That's great. I'm going to take normal route. It makes sense. Because, as you may have seen on the way here, some stuff was getting ready to be blocked off, so, you know. Look at that, smooth as fudge. Anyway, yes. Saw a movie, did some mechanic work, which is generally not a thing I'm good at, or I've ever done before, but it worked alright. Man had the proper tools for the job, you see. And that changes a lot. Lasagna was great, by the way. Nothing to complain about there. And I'm going to have another good day tomorrow because we're going to do roughly the same-ish. As in, I'm going back there early in the morning. And by early, I mean like 10. If the weather holds up. Because it rained quite heavily. Briefly, but heavily. Which kind of gets us worried at our plans, which is going to a market in a rather large town that isn't the one I live in. Nothing too far either, mind you, but, you know. Then we're going to have French fries with something. Presumably, because you never know for sure. And after that, in the evening, a friend I've known for quite some time, and pretty much the only friend I have left from my high school and beyond career. And honestly, also one of the few that I still want to have as friends, because you may or may not know I went to a school that has a bit of a reputation. Read, they're all snobs. And he and me, and a few others, but not really that much, were the only ones who didn't feel high and mighty about themselves. He's pretty much the only one who stayed down to earth with me for the entire duration. Some of them got corrupted and became snobs as well. He's pretty much the only one who hasn't. And that means he's pretty much the only one I stayed in contact with. Now, I said from high school and beyond, because I do have some friends from grade school left. Which makes sense. I mean, I went to grade school locally, where I live. So, you know, the people there. I lost all of them when I went to high school. Don't be sad. Don't be sad. But, yeah, I still hang out. Not frequently, mind you, but I still converse with two people from grade school. And one person from high school and nobody from college. I don't mind it, because the friends I do have left, namely those three and then a few other guys who I got to know along the way, They're a good friend, you know. Through thick and thin, I could probably call one of them right now saying that I have a flat tire, and they would probably come and help me. So, that's the kind of friends you need. You don't need like 500 people you sort of vaguely know, you just need a few good people you can trust, and that's all I really need. Oh yeah, it's gonna be good. Kind of drawing a blank here for what to go on with now. Then maybe we should start about something completely different. How about that building being blue? What's up with that, huh? No, but, yeah. Anyway, that guy has half his tail out. Apparently that's normal, acceptable, whatever you want to call that. It's apparently meant to make it so that you don't shine your lights into the oncoming traffic. Good, well thought of, I'd say. Unfortunately, a lot of people just run around with their high beams on when it's not necessary. And that's usually the little cars, like, they're scared that you wouldn't see them and drive into them or something. It's odd, though, but, you know, that's the way things are, I suppose. Nothing that can be done about it. Nothing that needs to be done about it. It's just annoying. It took me actually a little while until I fully realized how the lights on my car worked, right? Because the problem with this one is the high beams on this car are either on or off. Now, before you start saying, oh, well, that's normal. Yes, it is normal. They're either on or off. There is no in between. But they're either always on or always off. And that doesn't make sense either. It's, you know, when you flick the switch, they go on. When you flick the switch, they're off. They're not a setting on the dial where I select which lights I want on, you know, like fog lights, honking lights, normal lights. So, when I first started driving this one, the highlights were flicked on. So I used to be driving around my fog lights thinking that was normal. And then when I went one further, up on. And it took a while, and I suddenly flicked the switch when I was looking for my windshield wiper sprayer thing, and suddenly the lights went off, and like, weird. I dialed the knob again, and the normal lights flicked on. I was like, oh, so that's how it works. I had my driver's license for 3 months already when I figured that one out. Gotta keep in mind, I learned to drive with this car as well, so, it's a good thing they didn't ask me to fiddle with my lights when I, was at my practical exam for this car. They probably wouldn't have failed me on just that, but they probably would have looked at me funny, like, does this guy know what he's doing? Gotta say, I was lucky on my practical exam, because there was, well, the place I went was well known for having one, let's just say, less liked woman. Which you can probably call the B word if you really wanted to. I'm not going to, because there's something going on about swearing on YouTube now, or whatever. And, I was waiting there in a little waiting booth, whatever, to get my instructor that would take the exam for me. As she came out, I was like, oh crap, it's gonna be that one. And luckily she said a different name, and I saw the guy next to me turn a nice pale white. He was like, sorry buddy, rather you than me. And then some old guy came out, like somewhere in his 60s or something. I go, oh, yeah, it's up to to you now. It's your turn now. So I got the old guy. And apparently he was more interested in some birds that were flying outside than my actual driving. It's not that I made like tremendous mistakes or anything, but not feeling that constant gaze on you whilst we're driving does get rid of a bit of pressure. That's a real killer when doing an exam. You all know it. It doesn't have to be a driving exam, but any type of exam. If you get stressed out, things aren't going to go well. So yeah, I got lucky. I managed to do my theoretical in the first go, managed to do my practical in one go. But fine. It's sketchy because we never did drive around the station over there, which was quite heavily busied. Buses, like trams and whatever. We never practiced driving there because it wasn't necessary. We were doing some major constructions there. It just happened that the day I had to do my practical, the roads were open there again, and I had to drive there anyway. So yeah, that was a bit sketchy, but hey, I pulled through. I could be glad about that. Yeah. So that's how I got my driver's license. Through sheer luck, apparently. And I'm pretty sure there are more people like that driving out there. I'm pretty sure most of them are driving on the road still on sheer luck. Seriously. I haven't seen too many of them on camera, but believe me, they're out there. It's just horrendous. I suppose there'll be an end to that soon with all the rules to the license becoming more difficult. But they're still out there and they might be there for a while. Remember, they will probably get old too. So you get people who suck at driving today growing old. Now, I don't say that every guy or woman that grows old and drives is a hazard on the road, but they are more likely to be one. So if a generation of bad drivers gets old, holy butts, hold on to your whatever. There is no escape. Anyway, that is going to do it for this episode, though. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you're still enjoying the series. Feel free to support by coming, liking, and or subbing if you haven't already. Feel free to use the comment section below to talk about stuff, any stuff you may want to. I'll be sure to respond to it. And I'll be seeing you guys all in the next episode. Bye, everyone.